I'm one of the strongest men to ever walk the earth.
I love Caesar salad.
It's just you and me, brother.
It's just me and you. It's
Let's
just
start
me
to
and you.
take our stuff off. You're taking the hat off.
Oh my God.
You took your glasses off. It's time to get down.
Somebody the other day said, "Oh my God, Robert went full Kreischer the other day on the podcast when you're all naked."
I was stressed out, man. I was stressed out.
That's what you do. That's what you do when you get stressed out. You just strip down.
Oh yeah, I collars. Oh my gosh, I can't.
Oh, is that what it is?
Feel this. Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
like when I can't sleep in it. When I did my CPAP test like a long time ago, I had to wear a shirt. You know, I'm laying there and like it was like my stress just goes crazy. I'm a weirdo.
When you did your CPAP test, did you have to go in? Did you?
The first one, yes. Like I've done 3. The first 2, yes. One was actually like at a hospital. And then the other one was at like
a mental hospital.
That's where I pick up all my chicks.
That's where I get set. I get set with my ladies. Okay, so
yeah.
So first one's in a clinic. Second one's in a hospital.
No, first one's a hospital. Second one was in like a house that was a little clinic, you know, but it was a house. But it's still, you don't believe like that. My third one, my most recent one was still a couple years ago, and that was in my own home. They give you a monitor thing to set up
for your finger. Yeah,
you do your finger, and then mine had a couple of the gauges, you know, like I think it was like here and here or something. I don't know. It was just a couple little like stickies with like a cord that connect to this little thing.
And how bad? My God, Lou, I'm trying to do a podcast. Do you mind? Lou's my dog, and he's decided that this is the time to squeeze.
Well, let me see if he's gonna interrupt. I want to see.
Lou, can you get on here? Lou, come here.
Lou.
Come here. See if he can come up here. Come on.
Who's a big boy?
Why are you so scared?
He's like, I want your attention, but not. Hey, what's up, buddy?
That's my Lou.
Bud.
Okay, go. That's Lou. Anyways,
with the screen, he disappeared a lot, but he is cute.
He's got all those colors that come together that just match the Husky Boys. By the way, this is the Husky Boys podcast. It's not the sleep apnea podcast. It's the Husky Boys podcast. Me and Robert, we talk about things. He is 6'10"
and 13, 6'13",
6'13", 6'13". Yeah, 150 pounds.
150 stone.
150 stone. I am 5'4", 250 stone. And together we're
Nelly would call you thick.
The best description of that is the best description of that guy's built like a cigarette machine. Remember the old cigarette machines?
Yeah.
They're just solid.
It's still like a regular vending machine today. They're built like that, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty. But the cigarette machines were just low. They were low and just like.
Oh, they were shorter.
Yeah, they were short, and you had to lean down and pull your cigarettes. I don't know why I knew that, but anyways, the podcast.
I've never really seen one in real life. I don't think I've seen them in movies. God,
you're such a baby.
I'm 40, bro. Look at all the gray in this thing.
Welcome to Old Man River. I'm 54.
54. So
I'm retiring next year.
For real?
No.
I was gonna say.
No, I have to go until I'm 88.
I realized that the other day too. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to work forever. But yeah. I mean, what the hell else are you gonna do?
I kind of enjoy it, so it's not that bad of a thing. Anyways, I want to know, how bad is your sleep apnea?
It's compared. I mean, like compared to, you know, the cigarette machine, it's probably like pretty.
Do you wake up a couple times a night, or?
I don't wake up at all. I have the machine handles it. Like it's great now. My oxygen levels are high. I sleep good. So do you know anything about the machines?
I know a little bit about the machines. Yeah, a little bit.
So like it's not technically a CPAP machine. Nowadays, everybody use what's called a BiPAP. A BiPAP blows in and stops, so you can blow out. So it's in and out BiPAP. But anyways, old school ones were just like
everyone can use it. It's a BiPAP.
Yeah, depending on how you feel in the moment. So the old school ones was like a jet engine, just like, and blowing out was really hard, and so it was like it only went one way. But that's just the over explanation part for you. I can see.
I love it. Well,
my machine, you turn to like I set mine, it's at an 18, which if you know nothing about the machines, I would say the average, like my brother is 54 or 55, and he's like right on average, and his machine, he runs it, I think, like between an 8 and a 9, or 8 and a 8.
Impressive.
10. So it's mine is higher, but like I'm not going to name any names, but compared to all the other guys that like I'm around, my size, big guys like that, mine's not bad at all compared to them.
I had a guy at a show one night, and he said, "I'm a salesman. I sell sleep apnea machines." And I go, "I saw those big ones that you have to carry through the airport. You see every so often." An old guy with, he goes, "No, it goes in your body." And he had it. It was in your body, and it does something when that wakes you back up or something like it. It's some sort of weird, like almost like a pacemaker, not a, like a pacemaker. It goes, but it just goes into your chest, and and now you don't have to wear that thing on your face. Would you ever do that?
But it doesn't do anything to help you breathe. It just tells you if you're dying. Nah, I'd rather breathe better.
But apparently you don't need it. Like you don't like it. I don't know. So like it doesn't wake you up. It clicks something that makes you breathe. Right. So.
Holy shit. Well, yeah. I don't know. That sounds.
I told him he was a witch doctor.
Yeah. I know. We're both too old for that shit. That's some millennials. Like, yeah. I am a millennial, but that's some Gen Z. That's some Gen Z stuff. They're gonna put pacemakers for sleep apnea. Nah, I've had surgery, and being honest, I never want to have it again if I don't have to. Ever. I will never electively go under the knife. Nah, I'm too big, and you wake up with all kinds of stuff messed up. I also have giant tonsils, and my throat's messed up from being.
But isn't that part of your sleep apnea though? The giant tonsils, isn't that part of it, right?
For sure. Yeah. That and the weight of my chest and the size of my head. And so like last time I went down, like they had to intubate or into
yeah.
So they'd intubate. Yeah. And I told them before, I was like, all this shit we've just been talking about for the first few minutes, I told them all that, then I told them about everything else, and I was like, obviously be prepared. Like I have sleep apnea, all that shit. And as soon as I wake up, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like for like 3 weeks, it felt, I don't know how graphic I want to get. It felt like somebody abused me.
Yeah, we know. It felt like a young girl at a prom trying not to do anything.
Yeah, it was like the day after. I was like, geez.
It felt like, that's awesome. Oh my God. So everything's good? You're arm wrestling up a storm, I see.
I am. Yeah, I'm all about it, man. It's silly and all that stuff to like, I do a complete 180, but yeah, I
think it's fantastic.
Like all my stuff set up in here for like doing this and this and this, like all these tiny little things I do all day. I'm like squeezing the crap out of everything. My arm's killing me. But I'm excited. I've got a good shot at doing pretty good at this stuff.
Do we have another date set up for another some sort of, is it a challenge, an arm wrestling challenge, or arm wrestling meet? What is it called?
I call them matches. The funny thing is did we talk about this? How arm wrestlers will call them a fight?
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah. So my next fight would be probably the end of the year, something like that. We'll see. I've had a couple people hit me up for some stuff. I don't want to just jump out there, like how like a comedian will have something pop on the internet and then he can fill theaters, right? But he doesn't
Right.
really have what it takes.
He can
to
fill them, but he can't entertain them.
Right.
Yes,
and that can happen. So like, I don't want to go out there and be like, oh, well, here's the biggest, baddest dude who's been doing it for all these years. And I'm like, I still get tricked by the littlest things and my strength's not full. So I want to do like what boxers tend to do and like kind of protect their guy and make sure that they're fighting people on the same level. And so in my fights, my matches, I'll be doing whatever I can do to, compete against people. I want better than me, but I can't go against the Canadian Devin Larratt like right now. I need to be smart.
I love that you have flipped and now that you want to do it because I love the emotional trauma you go through dealing with yourself, actually enjoying it because you're like, I don't like this, and then you're like, I like it. I don't want to do what you do. I love it. I love it. I love it so much.
I could see how that could be enjoyable to watch. You know what I haven't watched in a while too? Like I'm gonna have my son watch it with me. Is Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone?
That's the movie, right? That's
He's
the
the
only
one who made
arm wrestling movie.
Yeah,
right.
And it's all about a dad and his son, and it's like he's got to arm wrestle to get his son. My son is going to love the movie. I promise you.
You've got to do Over the Top Part 2.
Oh, I would love that. I know a couple of guys that were in it. You
get with a writer, you come up with a second part. You're that kid now, right?
Oh,
you're that kid.
That's not bad.
And now you've gone the opposite way. You've gone into strongman, but in order to keep the family farm, you got to do the arm wrestling thing. And now
I think the kid. So whoever's the kid is got to be somebody who looks like Sly, right? And Sly.
But the kid didn't. But the kid didn't look like Sly.
He did.
Remember?
I thought he did.
No, he had the same color
hair. Either way,
But
I want to be like. I want to be the guy in the back of the bar, like as the camera pans to them and he like slaps his wife and spits on his kid and then goes over and arm wrestles like the pretty kid that looks like Sly who crushes me, I want to be like the evil guy for that.
Okay, well, you're not going to get paid as much. I was thinking more about the cash.
I'm thinking about leaving a legacy.
But if you want to play just a little role instead of being the main role, that's fine.
No. This guy's going to be throughout the whole movie.
I don't know anybody in this business.
In Raising Arizona.
I mean, that's fair, but I don't know anybody in this business that's talked themselves out of a leading role before. So, hey, we want to base a movie around you. Well, I was wondering if I could just do a 5-liner, 10 lines or under.
No, short lines. I want to have long dialogue about why
you went from having paragraphs of script to you over there. Oh, I love it. Robert, we got to get you into the financial thinking of this podcast.
You're right. You're right. I got to be more focused.
Tell us about the show today. Tell us about the show.
What? Oh, it's pumpkin season.
Oh, do we have a guest today? Just me and you.
It's just me and you.
Oh my goodness. I thought we did have a guest for some unknown reason. So it's just going to be me and you.
It's in the group text he sent that it was just you and I.
I went through it very quickly and then I panicked because they wanted me to do press for Atlanta and I was like going through it all. I was like trying to change everything. I was like, oh my God. And then last night he's like, can we move? He goes like, can we move it to noon? And I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go. I got the doctors. I got this. I'm like, Emmy, you're killing me. I love it. I love it. We usually have a guest, but today we're not going to have a guest. It's just going to be me and Robert talking about things. Him arm wrestling. Has your son started school back up, or when does school start?
Yeah, school started. It just started. He just started his. He's never done football before. He's like played soccer, basketball, that kind of stuff. And he started a football league. It's called flex football, where they wear pads but no helmet. And so like the kids don't tackle, they're blocking and learning how to play the sport properly with their hands instead of their head and stuff like that. So he's doing that. It was
Good
crazy.
for him.
It was, he had his last game, and he's first year, he's 9. He's like the biggest kid out there, and finally, like, rather than in soccer where that's makes it way harder for him, he's still started on the soccer team, and he was so proud of that. Like, he worked his butt off for soccer, but it was a detriment to be that big most of the time. And now,
of course, running.
Yeah. And so like in football, it's the almost complete opposite. And he's, oh my gosh, he is, I'm not trying to just dad brag, but he's dominant. It is insane.
Does he like it though? Does he like it?
He loves it. He's so into it. Like, all he talks about is football. It's the only thing he talks about. All he watches on YouTube is football stuff, everything. Like, he knows all the plays. So he is the first year on the team, but like there's a lot of kids who've been doing it for 2-3 years. But he helps all the kids with their plays. And
no way.
But anyway, yeah. So like, but on defense, like, the beginning of every game, there's been 3. The beginning of every game, they have one guy try to block him. That guy usually either gets thrown down or realizes he's going to run around him real quick. So it's by the 3rd, 4th play, it's 2 or 3 guys blocking him the whole game, and he's still barely slowing down through them. And he's this last game, we get down to the end, and the team's losing. It's like 33-0. They're getting punked like bad. Well, this other team, they're playing, and they're very good. There's a lot of,
which is weird for 9-year-olds.
Yeah. Well, it's also like the politics of it. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes into kids sports. It's weird. And there's always a team that's like, we've got all the older kids that are held back, and we've got like this and this rule finagled to do this and that. There's a lot of politics in sport,
right.
No matter what it is. Hockey is very much like that when I was a kid.
Very much like that.
Yeah. So like, we're down to the end of the game. It's 33-0. He's losing, but every single play he's destroying people. And like by the end of the game, he's getting pissed. It's cute because they play flag. It's not tackle. So he'd get the kid flag, and he like threw it down and marched back to the huddle. Like, he's 9.
That's so funny.
And
that's what because I don't know football. I'm not gonna. I don't know, what equipment do you have to buy for them?
This one's much different than a lot. Like in soccer, you had to buy $1,200 worth of stuff after paying all.
Really?
That's just after the fees of joining the league and the team. Like soccer to start was expensive. It was like between 5 and 8. It was a lot. But football, they were like white shorts. His equipment is just two things, like a soft shoulder pad and a soft helmet, and they let you use them for the season, and then you give them back. So it was like
they're supplied. I love that. I love that about football, that they've made it so smart that it's cheap for any family to play.
$100 for the whole season. That's the whole fee.
That drives me nuts about hockey is how expensive it is.
So expensive. It's
like you got the equipment,
soccer, all that. So
I went into a sports shop for a hockey shop, and they had a box of equipment for younger kids. They like came everything, like pants, like the whole kit. I think everything, but maybe not the skates. It was like $180. I'm like, this will change the game, because there's so many parents like they can't. Sticks are $400 for a fucking 12-year-old now. Like it's insane. Plus you have to pay for ice time. Plus you have to pay to join. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's expensive. Super expensive.
Sports should not be expensive.
No, it should be available.
Have we talked about this before?
No.
Have we talked about this before? I think swimming should be a class in school every year. Everybody should learn how to swim.
It was when I was growing up.
It was, but was it Really? It should be before. I think it should start in like the first grade. You should have to learn how to swim. I think it's way more important than a lot of things that we teach. Not everybody's going to be a metal worker, but everybody's going to end up in the water at some point.
For sure.
Yeah.
Safety too. So anyways, at the end of this game, they're down 33-0.
Sorry, I interrupted that.
No. We have a conversation.
I just interrupted again.
You didn't. I like having it back and forth. It doesn't bother me. So they're down. It's 33-0. They're down. It's like the clock is running. So it's like the two halves. It's, I think, I don't know how long. It's a very fast game. Very fast.
Nice.
So the end of the game is right around the corner. And they haven't blocked Atlas once the whole time.
Correct.
So he's lined up and he blows through. And in football, what's called a crack block is when you have like a wide receiver on the outside comes inward towards the line, and it's a blindsided shot. So like the person on defense is always looking at the quarterback, and the receiver comes this way. It's illegal, and it was the last time it was allowed. I Googled it after all this. When I was in high school, you were allowed to do it, but that was the end of those days. Like, you're not allowed to crack block in like pee-wee, in high school, or in the pros at all. Like, it's not a legal block. And it looked like they'd kind of tried to make that kind of play work against him. Like, they had guys all separate and let him run free. And then here comes this wide receiver and literally you're not supposed to use your shoulders. That's why we don't have helmets in this. You're supposed to use your hands. You're taught, like, you're not allowed to tackle or any of that stuff. Like, it gets a little physical.
Flag.
Run into each other, but it's flag.
Yeah.
So they crack blocked him, like, to teach him a lesson, basically, or to neutralize him, or whatever, whatever you want to say it as. They took a cheap, dirty shot on my kid because he was the only one they couldn't block. And I was like, because I'm like right there. I know
your wife there?
And I'm like watching the whole thing, and like I'm 4 freaking yards away on the sideline on a knee in the end zone. And I saw it and I was like, what? And he goes down and he turns and looks at me real quick. Like, did that just happen? And I was like, oh man. So
how did he respond?
So the refs threw a flag. He got up and he got back in line. They had scored a touchdown on that play. So it was now 40-0 or whatever it was.
Right.
And for the first time, he dealt with like adversity in the whole game, because he'd been, he dominate. When you're dominating, there's no up and down of dominating. You just enjoy getting back face to face with the guy you're punking, So he lined back up everything. I don't remember the next play, what it was, because they had just scored and the ref had threw a flag, but their coach had talked him out of it. Was a young child ref, and it's kids sports. The coach talked the ref out of the flag, so they didn't even get the penalty for it. And
no way.
The whole time I'm trying to watch him, but I'm also like having this inner debate that I've been having a lot of my life lately, which is like, like I went through a long period where I had to like respond to feel like I was not a bullied kid. Like when I was a kid, I got picked on and I let it happen for too long. So then my switch flipped. And then whenever anything happened in my life, if I didn't immediately like do something about it, I felt wrong. I wouldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. Like, it messed me up if I didn't immediately do something. And so like, I'm going through that right then. And I'm also thinking about like, all right, well, you're 40 now. Are you doing this because you're a scared kid who needs to respond? Or are you doing this because it's the right thing? Like, what is the proper and actual like goal that you want, and what is the process of going about that in the right way? And so I know I had an old man moment.
No, you had a grown man moment.
So like I swallowed it and I waited, and I walked over to the sideline to check on him to see if he was okay. He was like fired up, and they had about like, I don't know, 6 more plays on defense before the game was over, and he was out for all of them and dominated it. Like the coach was trying to get all the guys to rally around him, and like they handed him the ball on offense, and he ran and got like 15 yards and was bullying people over, all this stuff. So he finished strong and responded well.
Nice.
And he then went in line and shook all the coaches' hands and everything. And that coach came over and told him, he was like, well, you're a tough kid. And he told me afterwards, he had like tears in his eyes. He was all fierce. And he goes, I wanted to rip his freaking eyes out. I was so glad that he went through all that and dealt with it without a whole instance of his dad, the strong man, coming out on the field or yelling at somebody or making it about me.
I'm sure you did the right thing, but it's gotta be tough not to, right? Because that's the right thing, to let him figure out how to deal with the adversity. And obviously he learned, he figured it out. He went back and played, and he still had anger in him. He didn't do anything stupid at the time, which I'm pretty sure we're very much alike, you and I. When we were that age, we lashed out, and everything went sideways, and next thing you know, the game was over and we were sitting in the locker room, right? So
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you got to be pretty happy about that whole outcome. Even though, remember when Billy said, watching his kid walk away, but seeing them make a right decision is the bigger part. That's where you're at right now. So Billy Gardell told us that, right? So, yeah, good for you. That's a great story.
I was happy. Yeah, I was stoked.
That's a great story for both of you, by the way.
Seriously. Feel like I like it. It did feel like taking a step forward, is like mentally, like I want to be better. So like I can't act like I did when I was freaking 16. That's when I started acting that way, at 16, where I would just like, okay, no more getting pushed around. I was, because when you're big, you're the target if you're nice. You know what I mean? That really puts a big target on you. And it is a silly reaction to wait that long, it feels crazy. But I wrote that's my response. I wrote them an email, and I was very cordial about it. And I was like, this coach has to understand that that's not allowed. That's dirty football. I explained it thoroughly and all this stuff. And like, I was very nice. Karen. And then I know it was crazy, is then they wrote me back and they were like, they said I was threatening or whatever. Like, I was like, I was so cordial and like I was so respectful. And then I said, like, the only threat is I would withdraw my child. Like, there's no violence that is going to come from me, like, I was like, I would love the opportunity if somebody would like to bring the violence. I didn't say that, but we would, if somebody else would please take us to that place, I would happily go there. It's easier than the explanation and all the effort it takes, like the reaction to violence is so much quicker.
I think you just gotta make that list. Just write it down. You know what I mean? Just make that list, have that list. See, you're doing better than I am for sure, because on Saturday, this guy was annoyed. This guy said, no talk. No talk. He was in the front row. He goes, no talk. And I go, what does that mean? He goes, you have no material. I go, yeah, I know. He goes, it's very obvious. Right. So, and I go, no talk. But I mocked him. I just mocked him my entire set. Yeah. And then he goes, I said, never come see me again. He goes, I'm going to see you again. I'm going to be first in line I'm going to be first in line at the meet and greet. And I go, you'll be the first one to be punched. Right. So I just go back and forth, but I'm like, I'm still 12. You know what I mean? I can't grow up. So the fact that I can watch you grow up makes me very happy.
Yeah, right.
Because I can't.
My situation's different. I had a whole football field and a bunch of children between us, and that was my mental.
Okay, there was no children. There was no children in my bar.
Yeah. You're in a bar.
You know what's funny?
You have to go back and forth with that person, and if it's something, especially something that would catch you off guard, I would understand that putting you in a place where you're like, I'm gonna go to my lowest. I know you are, but what am I? Like, I'm going to eat you alive with this, and you're going to be.
it's not that like I'm blindsided because so many things come out of people that I've never blindsided. I was not, it's been a while since I've dealt with anger, and he had anger in him.
Oh,
And I looked at it. There's a lot of complaining going on from bigger name comics about crowd work right now. And these people are getting on it. I'm just like, hey man, I've been doing crowd work for fucking 25 years.
yeah.
It's not like I just suddenly started doing it. This is what I do. And I didn't get into comedy to do crowd work. I got into comedy to do comedy. It just happens to be that this seems to be my most powerful weapon, right? My whole show isn't crowd work. There's lots of material in it, but these people are like, man. I'm just like, oh my God, I want to punch somebody in the face. Plus 3 comedians.
Yeah. Comedians love talking shit about each other, man. Everybody loves doing that and everything. It's crazy how with our
I'm
social
mad.
medias being what they are, it's it's very easy for someone to either speak quickly or think of that if it's more calculated, think of it as a way of being beneficial to them in some way, right? Like if it's calculated, you think saying that's going to help you, and if it's speaking quickly, it's just that's in the back of your mind and that's how you're thinking, and it just pops out as you're having some truthful come out, whatever. But either way, the weight that has, and then like it collects other people who then are like, that's my opinion, and it's like, really, like, for me, comedy is when you're in the room, is you can feel what's funny. Like if someone owns the space and the whole crowd's cracking up, there's nothing like that. Like it doesn't matter if they have a fucking monologue or they're you know tucked underneath there. Whatever it is, if it works, like you can tell if somebody's good or not, and that's the gauge. Like, is it funny?
I just feel that my comedy is in the moment. It's not crowd work, it's in the moment, right? That's all it is. But there's always going to be somebody complain about other people's comedy. I'm not innocent. I've complained about, well, fuck, and it's because they're hard to follow, right?
Was
Nobody
that your
complains.
reason? Is that what you're saying your reason is?
I think it's everybody's reason. Nobody complains about somebody's comedy that isn't that's easy to follow,
Right.
right? Nobody like that guy's too good. No. So yeah, so I don't know. I try to stay out of it anyways with comics. I don't really hang with many comics. I don't do much of I don't watch other comedians as well. I don't, I just do my thing. And if I bomb, I bomb. If I don't, I don't. Right. So, it's a weird little clicky little industry.
I think
Um,
everything's like that because like everything you're saying reminds me of sports across the board, like in football and then in strongman, and now that I'm a seasoned arm wrestler who's been around
oh
doing
my
that,
God.
obviously.
Your next step is going to the other arm.
Nobody wants my strong arm. If anybody cared about the left,
Hold
I
on.
would already own the world.
You're not even using your strong arm?
I'm gonna be the best arm wrestler in the world with my much weaker arm, for sure. My left
I
arm
love the way you live.
bolted down. Like I told you, I don't like surgery. It's because of that scar there. But it's got 3 bolts and it is so strong. This over here, it's like it's getting there, and it compared to
Unbolted.
other humans, it's fine, But it's like this
That's
one,
what you should.
nothing, nobody.
Unbolted. That's what you should call your
Yeah.
unbolted.
But in sports, it's very much like that too. It's clicky, and you will only hear people talking shit about the guys who are doing well. Like you won't, if some guy comes and gets his ass kicked, nobody's talking shit about that guy, Like
True, yeah.
it's like that guy feels it himself or whatever. Like there's no like we were saying earlier, there's no calculated way of using that for benefit. Talking shit about somebody who's on the ground.
Nobody's going to the gym and looking for a fighter that's lost his last 3 fights and calling him out.
Exactly.
I'll kick your ass as well as the other guys did.
Yeah. Well, unless it's Connor, they're still swinging for him.
Right. But but that's because he was at the top of the hill, right? So,
For
but
sure.
if somebody that's never even been close to the top of the hill, they're not listening to that guy.
Some retired guy who's still
I
cleaning
heard
up.
your shit. I'm gonna prove it.
It's like an old man with a broom.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just trying to sweep up here, fella.
Right. Where
Uh,
are you right now? Are you on the road? What are you doing?
no, I'm back in Long Beach. We drove in last week.
LBC, bro. Say gangster.
Oh, so gangster in my gay little neighborhood. Um, and I don't say that in a bad thing. This is a very gay neighborhood. We're probably in it, and I love it. We got one of those crosswalks. It's all painted up, and I call it the cocksucking crosswalk. It's my favorite.
Have you
And
seen the crosswalks that light up and play music?
no,
I don't know where they are. It probably is not in America because we don't spend money on that shit. But it's
yeah,
cool. Like it was like rainbow, but it was music, and it was like, it kind of is like the Walker's Own Light or whatever. I don't know.
that's awesome. Have you seen these? And I don't know what country they do it in, but instead of putting speed bumps, they draw 3D pictures, so it looks like you're gonna fall into something. So people slow down. That's pretty wild. That's way more
That's
fun
funny.
than a speed bump that takes out the bottom of your thing. Yeah, but I'm back in the LBC. We drove from Virginia to Long Beach last week. We did it
How
in
long is
4 days. We did it
4
4
days.
days. Yeah. First night we got to Nashville from Virginia, stayed there. And then the second night we got to Texas, someplace in Texas. I can't remember. There's a song about it, but we went to Buc-ee's there. There was a Buc-ee's there. We went to that. We stayed across from it.
Amarillo.
That's where it was. Amarillo. That's where it was. Amarillo. We're in Amarillo. I want to call it Wilmarillo,
Yeah.
but it's Amarillo. And you know what the fun? Have you ever been to a Buc-ee's?
Many times. I lived in Texas for a long time.
Okay, so when you go to Buc-ee's, you get gas, right?
Mhm.
What do you
get
usually
a
do?
damn good barbecue sandwich.
You do get
your
there's a
teeth
lot of good
and a new
Yeah.
new set of glasses.
uh,
Subscription.
and the best shitter in the universe. They got the best
Oh
bathrooms.
yeah.
Yeah.
You never have to worry if you have to go to the bathroom like on the road in Texas because it's
Yeah. But here's my big complaint about Buc-ee's. So when you usually get gas, what do? You wash your windshield, right?
yeah. I don't like I am my dad would, but like I definitely
Okay.
don't.
But well, especially when you're driving across country, right?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is only 2 squeegees at Buc-ee's.
The
There's
whole
one
thing.
and the whole thing. So there's one on one side of the parking lot, and there's one on the other side of the parking lot. That's it.
For people that don't know, that's like the biggest parking lot. That's
It's
bigger
like
than
it's a Walmart. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. And that's there's only 2 squeegees. That's so ridiculous.
And I was like, what? I couldn't. I'm like, I can't
You
believe
had to walk 4 blocks to
Yeah.
go get the squeegee.
We drove to it. We had to drive to the squeegee.
Smart man.
And we were like, we were number 4 in line to use a squeegee.
Shut up.
It was the weirdest.
Real?
It's the weirdest thing ever. I was just like, what? I may have taken a picture of it. I'll see if I got it, but it's nowhere near the gas pumps. It's on the exits of either end. That's
like where the tire air and all that stuff is.
No, it's just by itself. There's a dog walking. There's a dog bag over there. That's it. So
that's so crazy.
Yeah, but
that makes no sense. I wonder why we would do that.
Because they spend all their money on everything else, and they can't afford squeegees.
Yeah, right. that loyalty in Texas will freaking. Those companies are doing really good. HEB, Buc-ee's, like. Oh, anyway.
And what they treat their employees the best. Those places that do that. They pay well. Everybody likes working there. They have a good time. Anyways, but the first night we get to Tennessee. Second night we get to Amarillo, and then we got to Flagstaff, Arizona, and we stopped there and we got up early in the morning and we went to the Grand Canyon.
How far is I spent a winter in Flagstaff, by the way, and how far is that from the Grand Canyon?
Only like an hour and 15 minutes.
Are you freaking serious?
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
I was a stoner kid at the time, and I was.
Were you going to college?
I was just going to college. I was on my way to Arkansas. and
Uh-huh.
my mom was living up there, and she lived there for a few months. I ended up without a license. I drove a U-Haul with her stuff from Fresno, California to Flagstaff. I had suspended license. I was on probation, and I had probably
That is
like
the most Fresno story I've ever heard in my life.
yeah. I was with my brother, the truck driver, who was gauging the maps and telling me how to avoid like truck stops where you have to weigh yourself. And
That's really funny.
yeah, on the way
Yeah,
back, we took the train, and I got caught smoking a joint in the train, and I blamed my big brother.
so he got kicked off.
No, like they just yelled at him, and he's like, imagine slightly smaller than me, but 5 million times like more aggressive and crazy. Like
Oh no. Oh
he's
no.
not the one. He's not the one.
He's not the one.
My big brother Dave is fun to hang out with and all that stuff, but Sean, you don't want to mess with.
That's really funny. So we went to the Grand Canyon, and if you haven't been, you should really do a trip to the Grand Canyon because
can't believe it's only an hour.
stupid. It's
I can't
stupid.
believe it's only an hour from Flagstaff. I wish I would known. I want to see it. I want to see
Yeah.
it.
The pictures don't do it justice. We walked around a little bit, but I think if I went back, I'd want to do the hike. You can hike down there. And we had some friends that did the overnight trip where you do some rafting and stuff. That sounds pretty cool
Sick.
as well.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we drove back to Long Beach. Got back on Friday. Friday afternoon, we got back, and yeah, we've been just kind of settling back in. So we bought a house in
66.
I think that's basically 40 across America, right? Route 66.
I don't know. Now it's called the 40. I know lots of it's like been like moved around and fixed up.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's not all, there is no full connected 66 anymore. It changes a few things. But
Yeah.
did you ever see signs that were saying 66 or anything like that?
And every so often we'd stop at a place and they were selling all Route 66 stuff. But
I've always wanted to do that. Since I was like 6, I wanted to do that. House of 1,000 Corpses kind of scared me away for a couple of years about wanting to do it. But it's like, have you seen that one? Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses?
I've seen a little bit of it, and I don't like horror movies. You know what what's the one with Harvey Keitel where they go to the strip bar and everybody turns into
Dawn of the Dead. It's not Dawn of the Dead. Is it Dawn of the Dead? No, it's Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is the director, right? Is that Quentin Tarantino's in it, and George Clooney. I think it is Dawn of the Dead. I can't remember, but then Cheech is one of the vampires in it too.
Yeah,
that's a great movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's my go-to horror movie that I enjoy.
Yeah,
I don't know why, because it's in a strip club.
yeah, there's a lot of feet in it.
that's my thing. Hold on. What's Amy saying to us? From dusk till dawn.
Thank you.
So close with Dawn of the Dead.
Dusk till dawn. Yeah, I always get them.
And Emmy, was it Robert Garcia? Who's the director of it?
Yeah, he did Planet Terror too. Planet Terror is like they wouldn't call it a zombie movie. It's called an infected people's movie. And so like it's basically a zombie apocalypse movie. It's my favorite horror. And dude, it's Quentin Tarantino's in it again. There's a strip club and a stripper, and she gets her leg cut off and she replaces it with a big old AR-15.
Yeah. And Quentin doesn't like that because there's no toes.
Yeah. Well, he's got that one scene where his genitals like melt off and stuff. It's crazy.
Robert Rodriguez, not Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia, I think, is my my senator. He's not my senator's son. Yeah. So on the way home, I was studying I'm getting my citizenship. So I was busy studying for the test. So I was answering 100 questions. I'm probably about 96% on the test. So I just have to get myself a little bit further, and then I'll go out and do my American citizenship.
Is it regular grading? Like you got to get like a C, or you have to get
No, You can get at 60%, so you can get 4 wrong. So you have to get 6 right. And if you get the first 6 right, you're done.
10 questions.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to quiz you?
If you want. I'll probably get them all wrong. I'll panic.
Uh-huh. I'm looking up on conspiracy news.
I love
How many colonies actually existed in 1776? Do you know how many colonies there were at the beginning? That's an
13.
Easy. Yeah, easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're
I
ready,
can name 3.
dog.
I can name 3 of them. New Jersey, New Hampshire, and New York.
And I'm sure like Virginia.
I think Delaware is one too, but I just try to get the
Pennsylvania was there for a long time too, so I'm sure it's one of them.
I'm sure they're one of them.
This is the good stuff here. Let's delineate upon
this is the one that'll
colonies.
keep people tuned in, right?
This is for the audio listeners.
Looks something sneaking up behind me. I don't know what that is.
It looks like you keep splooge. I've been very good about censoring myself, but that looks
splooge.
Like splooge the corner. But I was just saying how this is for the audio listeners, the guys that are doing dishes or taking out the trash right now, listening to us. So they want to know about the original 13 colonies.
Yeah, they want to know. We should thank the people that are listening, watching. Well, let's bring Emmy in for a second. Emmy, come in and talk to us for a second. See if
hey guys,
the third.
Hey, Emmy, where can everybody find the podcast?
All episodes can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and full episodes uploaded on YouTube.
Okay. The people listening to this are already listening to the podcast, though.
Well, I want them to be able to tell people where to get it. I do have a couple Emmy questions. Should we put it on? We should put it on both of our Facebooks. I think we should
They took my Facebook.
They took your Facebook.
I tag you guys on all the Facebook posts.
Well, I don't have a Facebook anymore. It got hacked and they refused to give it back. So I think I'm off of Facebook.
He's not. If we want to put it on my Facebook so people can see it, we can do that too. So
I post on Instagram and now TikTok. I've been using TikTok.
You've been TikTok active. That's where I've been watching it most. That's where I do most of my scrolling. I do all it for the post, but my scrolling is on TikTok.
Yeah.
The Chinese know how to make me scroll.
Dude, they dial it in. Like I all my videos are freaking arm wrestling right now, but like they know exactly what I'm looking for. So,
that's really funny.
I know. But yeah. What else you say you have for Emmy?
Oh, Emmy, I also want to know what tell them what guests we got coming up.
Donald Trump Jr.
Oh my God. Let's talk to him about cocaine.
Next week we've got BSU's Jalen Reed.
Jalen Reed coming up. And then week after that,
Chris Candy.
I'm looking forward to that. John Candy's son, very talented performer on his own right, but also the knowledge. I think him and Ryan Reynolds are doing a documentary on his father. We'll be able to talk to him about that. So.
My freaking hero, man. I love John Candy. When I first went to LA, my monologue I'd worked for my stuff was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, you know? You know, that one. I had that. Foot so down, I could bawl my eyes out, and then I could pull it back in and do it. Like I love John Candy. He's so damn good. I
love it. Is Gabe Polsky set to come on the podcast, Emmy?
Yep, director Gabe Polsky will be joining us later this month.
Gabe has a new movie coming out very soon called "The Man That'll Save the World," and I watched it last night, and it's all about this guy that you don't know if he's full of shit or if he actually is the guy that's going to save the world. But his thing is he's been chosen to bring all the native chiefs from North America and South America together to save the Amazon. So it's a very interesting podcast and documentary. So I'll put that out there. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I've got shows coming up this week. I'm in Dallas. Next week I'm in Austin. I'm doing the Mothership, and I'll be doing a couple podcasts while I'm there. We'll let you know after they're done. And then what do you got coming up there? What do you got coming up there, Robert?
For me, I'm laying low, man. I got the next 2 weeks are just football season. It's only a month and a half long, so I'm stoked.
Really?
Yeah, this one because like I said, it's flex where it's not like a
But that's
real
awesome.
football season. Yeah, and so it's a nice
That's-
introduction to it. And then after that, he's signing up. I asked him if he wanted to join a basketball group because like a bunch of the guys from the team were doing that, and he wants to join a wrestling group rather because he said it'll make him better at football. And like he said that to me, and I was like, holy fucking shit, this kid's gonna
We
be
got trouble.
He's
We
gonna
got
be
trouble.
a monster. So I think we're joining wrestling after that. I'm just laying low, man. I don't have like anything. I got nothing planned at the moment. It's not till like the end of the year. So
Okay.
chill and
I
chill.
love it. I love
I'm
it.
just enjoying pumpkin season right now.
Was that really a pumpkin spice one?
Oh yeah.
I love how manly you are and then how not manly you are.
I'm an arm wrestler.
I'm an arm. Which arm you using to drink it?
I hold my pumpkin with my left, of course.
Okay.
I made myself crack up.
Do you want to I think that might be the clip of the week right there. I hold my pumpkin with my left arm. That's what you want to put out there. Let the people know. Don't tell him it's a drink. Just let him know that he's got the bulbous of a pumpkin.
I've asked the people at Costco 3 times now. The last 3 times I've been there when the pumpkin pies are coming. I can't wait, bro. I'm a pumpkin like deviant. Like I cannot. I love pumpkin. I'm
Really?
the worst. All the memes that make fun of people about pumpkin. That's like a sliver of how crazy I am about it.
Okay, then I'm gonna put it out there to our people. Tell us the best pumpkin dish that Robert should have. By the way, something's going on in my neighborhood.
Your sirens?
I know. You guys can get there without the sirens.
Ice is kicking you out, brother.
Ice. I like my ice crushed.
Well, my older brother Dave, he's a doctor in Fresno. He makes cheesecakes and stuff all the time. And one year I asked him to make.
I thought you were gonna say he works for ice. I had no idea where this is going. I'm just like, my brother Dave, he got picked up $100,000 to go work for ice. What the fuck?
He's like knocking at your door. No, he made me a pumpkin cheesecake, peanut butter pumpkin cheesecake one year.
Interesting.
Bro, it was
interesting.
Like super light, creamy peanut butter and like very light, creamy pumpkin. So not like super spice or like super thick. It was there's never been anything close to that. That's like the best pumpkin thing I've ever had. Coming from like a pumpkin fiend, like I said.
Our dogs, we put pumpkin in their food every day because it helps them digest. Yeah. So you must have fantastic poops.
I had dude. I didn't think we were going to talk about this, but just the other day, I had blood in my poop. It was crazy. I know.
Are you better now?
I am better, but this is what happened. I said you're worried. I was worried too.
Yeah.
I ever since I went to China in 2013, like the first time, I got a parasite. I'm sure we talked about it. It was fucked up. I was messed up for a long time. It took me a long time to be better. My stomach's never been the same since. Like it's not very sensitive. It's not like I know people way more sensitive, but it's not like it used to be where like I ate at trash cans when I was a kid, like moldy food and shit. Like my stomach could take anything.
Jeez, I don't know how you're shitting blood.
So then that happened, and I was terrified. I was like, what is going on? And then I went and looked at the stuff I was eating, and I had been eating a bunch of dragon fruit. So I was Googling dragon fruit does it, and the first thing that pops up is make your poop look like blood.
Okay.
Like,
So it's like beets. It's like beets.
Yeah. Yes. So I finished the Google, look it all up, and I was like, okay, good. I made sure it's been a couple days. It was definitely the dragon fruit. But
well,
holy crap,
I had
was
no
scared.
idea. I had no idea where that was going because you're like, I got a parasite in China, and then I was eating dragon fruit. I was like, do you have a dragon inside you? And every time you eat dragon.
Did you give birth to a dragon?
Did you let a dragon out of your butthole? Anyways.
Just two big old dragons.
Just sitting in just poop dragons sitting beside you. Oh my God. That's about it. I think that's all we got today. Yeah.
That's all I
Go
got.
to ianbagg.com, check out my schedule. Go to Robert. What's your podcast? What's your website?
My website's theamericanmonster.com. But you with my stuff
Training. But
Instagram.
there's if you're looking for training, if you're looking to get strong, get in there. What else do you have on your website? Tell us what else.
Just like contact stuff for people who ask for appearances. Like I forgot about this. I'm supposed to go somewhere in Texas to help. I like to do free seminars and stuff, go out there and let everyone.
When are you going?
And
where?
It's not where you're going. It's more by Dallas. But
I'm in Dallas this weekend though.
It's not this weekend. It's like 3-4 weeks, something like that. Your haircut looks good, bud. I'm jealous, man. I gotta go get these sides trimmed. Your hair is looking slick, man.
We're going. It's up and going. You got to get a haircut, young man.
I'm gonna trim this down too because every time I grab somebody's hand, my beard gets in there. So I'm gonna trim this down. I saw a guy, the monster Michael Todd, who's one of the best. Here we are talking about freaking arm wrestling again. One of the best arm wrestlers in the world. And he takes his beard and he tucks it. And I swear it takes all of his strength. When he does, as soon as you do this, you're 80% less masculine. Like you lose everything.
Would you ever go
the way you're looking at me? You're like, I could fight you right now.
What would you ever just go massive mustache?
Oh, if I can go all the way down like that right there, man, that could be cool. But I want at least that, at least down, because I don't want to.
Yeah, you're different. You're a different looking dude when you have that.
I know.
You're a little boy.
Well, a little bit. It's a lot less than when I was a kid, for sure.
You look like a guy with a dragon that flew out of his butthole.
My true form finally takes place.
It takes flight. His dragon takes flight.
Riding on my throne, my chariot.
Love it. Always great talking to you, Robert.
You too, bud. It was fun. I freaking feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
It's been a while. You know what? We should probably do these every once in a while where we just check in with each other because we do a little bit off the top, but mostly it's about our guests. So we gotta,
Yeah, it was good stuff.
All right, buddy. Have a good day.
Good, bro.